Talking about culture, we discussed initially the culture, that what culture is. It is actually, as we discussed, the super software which guides human beings, the only species, to create new things for itself. As it developed from primitive society to horticultural and pastoral society, and then to agricultural society and modern society, industrial society, and then to modern, and now the ultra modern society. This is what which we were discussing earlier, and then we came to the second very important factor of element of culture, which is the base of all the culture and the foundation. And without the foundation of that element, culture cannot be built. That is symbols, and symbols systematic use developed into language. And as discussed yesterday, language can be gesturals, body gesturals language, or the language which we speaks. And there are more than 7,000 languages in the world. Anyhow, today we will be discussing about the values, the third most important element of the culture. Values actually are the defined goods by a culture for itself. There are things in the culture which collective mind decide about, that these are the good things, and which when and if we will be doing them, then we will be appreciated, and we will have good fame in that culture, in that society. These are faithfulness, these are bravery, these are hospitality, these are hardworking, decisions on justice based decisions. But here I will induct another very important factor into these values. Actually, values are developed by collective minds, and these collective minds are the collectivity of individual minds. Therefore, individuals can also have values for them. They can be a catalyst in developing good values and give new things to the society, as very many people have done this. You know that Newton developed a very new thing for the society, and that was a kind of new value, as Einstein did. And then you know that Stephen Hawking was the next one who developed the another idea, and gave them that to the society. A message was delivered that if and when human beings or individuals are working hard and using this brain, this is the minds of diamonds, this is the minds of all the precious things in the world, even the things which we can't imagine, we can imagine by this using this mind. This is a huge value which was inducted by them to the humanity, that if you will be doing thinking like this, if you will be working like this, if you will be using your mind like this, your brain like this, then you will be also in position to bring very new things to the society, to the community, to the world, to the global community, to the global society, so that human beings based on those principles can develop for themselves good life. The same way, individual behaviors, individual persons can also develop values for themselves. These can be developed at the smallest unit of the community or society, which later on developed into huge society, and then global society as well. On familial level, we can develop good and well defined and appreciated, and those values for ourselves, and then by keeping those our behaviors and attitude constant on them, we can induct those good values in the society as well. That is, we can be a trendsetters. Therefore, values are not the a kind of hereditary occupation of someone's, or neither they can be the final things in a culture or in a society. These can be defined and can be improved and be more better and better, as already said by a poet, that and that poet name is Allama Iqbal rahmatullah alayhi, who also given a philosophy of egoism, worked on egoism, and gave a new cultural values to the society. And as he says that सितारों के आगे जहां और भी हैं, अभी इश्क के इम्तिहान और भी हैं. That is, there is never ending efforts of beautification or of doing something. If you are doing something, it has it is not necessary that it is finished here. There are unending beautification stages in the world. You can do a better thing. Therefore, values are not statistic things. Values can be refined, defined, and further developed, and further made, and can be made further better and better for the betterment of humanity. Here I will quote Dr. Nicholas Christakis, perhaps of I just forgot the name of our university, Harvard University. Or he was basically a surgeon. Then he did his PhD in as he introduced himself on his in his lecture there. I listened to that in medical sociology, and he says that values, human beings are a kind of network. They are a kind of network, and they are indispensable to each other. If someone commits suicides in Tokyo, Japan, the person in New York is responsible for that suicide, because we are net together. We should know that what's going on with our other companion, or the one who is we are neighboring, the one who is sitting on our on other side, or brothers, sisters, siblings, or friends, or colleagues. This good network, this positive network, as he given the example, and I have quoted that example earlier in case of diamonds, where the carbon atoms, when combined in one fashion, they form diamond, and if combined another way, they find coils, and diamond is much more valuable than the coil. So if the human beings are network in such a way that it makes positive values, it gives further development to the positive values, and constant cultural improvement. A constant cultural improvement will be possible by developing the good values. Therefore, we should be focusing as human being on development of good values there, where we can control our diversity into beautification rather than into conflict, or into a kind of problems for the humanity. We can change that problem into our strength. Therefore, it can be said that values plays very basic role in the development and strengthening of humanity and human society, if and when they are constantly worked over, and they are thought and taken as the supporter, as the beautifier of the human society and individual as well. Thank you very much for today. We will be meeting very soon in the next lecture.